battling for 4th in the standings, has dropped to 11th, so he's also dropped places as well. JD Nolan just runs into the back of him there as well through turn 12, and he's lost a lot of his front wing, so JD Nolan's probably going to have to come into the pit lane to repair that damage. Flores rounds off people at the moment at the end of the first lap, but it's still Mashiro that leads the way. 1.5 seconds clear already of F1 AMG. Has built out such a lead on this first lap. Old School trying to come back at F1 AMG into turn 1, but not quite close enough. They're all running in a queue all the way down to Sean in 10th at the moment, then a bit of a gap back to Isotopic, who's had a bit of a poor first lap. JD Nolan stayed out on the track with that damage. He's continuing on for the time being, coming through the first set to then. Mashiro still leads from F1 AMG, and then it is Old School in first, Old School in third place. Unfortunately, may have come into contact at some point in this lap. They have dropped down the field once again. Sean's now up into 8th place, so capitalizing on mistakes of other people. Isotopic has re-caught this queue of cars. He's now on the back of Steve, trying to get through. Mashiro with the fastest lap of the race. Old School once again looking close to the back of F1 AMG, but not quite close enough. Mashiro now with a 2.2 second lead. He's absolutely flown away out front. This is probably the most dominant we've seen Mashiro at the start of a race so far this season. Langfeld gets a brilliant run through the center S, coming down the back straight. Can he get to the inside of Old School? But he has DRS in his defense as well, and Langfeld's used up a lot of his DRS in these opening laps to try and get past Old School, but he can't get the move done at turn 4, so he stays in 4th place for the time being. But what an opening couple laps of Mashiro. He is up and on at the front of the field.
Yeah, I can't see the interval times yet because I just rejoined, but yeah, if I listen to you, Mashiro's doing the same F1 AMG as done the last couple of races. Just starting P1 and drive away, let the rest battle away and drive his own race. So yeah, good job, good job from him.
This is one thing we haven't seen all season. I thought I would never see. F1 AMG is at a head of a queue and is holding a lot of people up here. It's really struggling for pace, and Old School's already trying to go down the inside. F1 AMG is nearly in the wall trying to move out the way of Old School down the straight, and F1 AMG I think tried to come in the pit lane there, but Langfeld was up the inside, so he had to back out, and now he's losing all sorts of places because of it, and there's massive carnage in the background. Everyone trying to move out the way of F1 AMG is slowing down. Yono has come into contact, I believe, with Jonas, and Jonas has ended up crashing, unfortunately, into the pit wall because of it. So Jonas has lost the majority of his front wing. We do have a full safety car for debris down the pit straight, so that somewhat will save to Jonas in this one. But Jono to Jonas, and I believe as well Lighty involved in that as well, but I think he's got away with it. They were all moving out of the way of F1 AMG, who was miles off the pace, and because of all that carnage, to Jonas has ended up in the wall.
Yeah, I really didn't expect to say that, but can't be it. Does F1 AMG have some sort of damage or anything? Because I've never seen him off pace like that. A couple of people just have to get out of the way of him, and there's some risky situations on track.
But it's a very, very odd situation to be in. It looked like he did try and dive into the pit lane, but as he tried to dive in the pit lane, Langfeld was already at the inside, so he couldn't get there. And F1 AMG had to back out, which meant he was just way off the pace down the straight, having lifted off to get into the pit lane. And now he's left the session, unfortunately, as well, so fingers crossed he can get back in before the safety car goes in. But F1 AMG, after winning the championship, not the end of the season he probably would have wanted to finish off the season on another high, and it's not going to happen for him. Who's into the pit lane? Mashiro's in. Race leader into the pit lane. Jono in to replace his front wing. Jan is into the pit lane as well. Who else is into the pit lane? So Jonas has come in to replace his front wing. But Mashiro at the end of lap 4 deciding to come in and put the medium compound tyres on. They are definitely not going to make it to the end of the race in this. 31 laps on a set of medium tyres is absolutely impossible with the best of tracks. So Mashiro is going to have to pit again in this race. Mashiro is going to be hoping that he has got some searing pace to try and work his way back through the field here.
Yeah, he does, because I really don't understand. I mean, I could understand an early pit and just go into the hards, but the mediums there, he's definitely going to have to stop again, and I think he's betting on a second safety car as F1 AMG is back in the session, luckily. But yeah, he has to be betting on a second safety car to finish on the soft tires, as the rest are probably going to be on the hard tires and some on the mediums.
I'm wondering whether Mashiro has been